Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Monday the 9th of March and we've had quite a few Instagram posts from Sussex Royal over the weekend. It's clear that they are going out on their last hurrah because since she arrived in this country, we've had 9 posts from their Sussex Royal Instagram account. The one that I'm going to talk about today, though, is about International Women's Day. Now, that was yesterday. It should have been something positive. Now, I had a discussion with my 15-year-old daughter, I think it was on Friday, and I asked her, what women inspire you? Who gives you confidence to move forward? Now, she's been part of an amazing focus group as part of her school, that Women Who Can. She's been involved with this for 4 years. She does talks on it at school. She goes and inspires other people out there. So she is the prime candidate to answer this question. Her response was very, very simple, and that is that women that make a difference. She said that Emma Watson inspires her, Lizzo inspires her, Billie Eilish inspires her, because these people are not the norm. They try and break the molds. She also put it on her Snapchat to try and get a glimpse of who her friends also found inspiring. And they said people like their mum, obviously, Ariana Grande, Mayim Bialik, who plays Amy from The Big Bang Theory. I find that one quite interesting because she's an advocate of empowering women, but also empowering women in the sciences, something my daughter is very keen to do, and I'm very proud of that one. I also had a look on Spotify. Now, for International Women's Day, their top 5 most streamed female artists of 2020 so far, and it's for International Women's Day is Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Halsey, Camila Cabello. Quite an interesting demographic there. For me, somebody who inspires me are the suffragettes. They are the epitome of what inspirational women should be. They had a vision and they went for it, and it changed the world of politics. For me, it's about people that matter, people that are changing the world and making a difference, using their voice to lift women up. I know that's ironic given what I do, but I'm quite passionate about this. International Women's Day should be reflected on by looking at who you would like to praise, not about making it all about yourself, which unfortunately is exactly what Meghan Markle did. Now I'm going to play devil's advocate. Yes, she probably had wonderful intentions, but unfortunately the narcissist in her takes over and it's all about herself. The grandiose self-importance, always making sure that she is forefront in everything that she does. She went to a school in Dagenham. I said on my previous video that I believe that this was for International Women's Day, and yes, it was. She made a big empowered speech. They did a video montage of her at the school. Guess what? All but one clips in the video had her centre stage. They had her walking through a tunnel of students clapping her. I'm speechless again. Why didn't she focus on the girls there? Why didn't she shine her light on the children of the future, the women who can, the international women of our future? Nope, it's all about her again. What made me even more cross is that she said to boys at this school that you need to protect the women in your life and stand up for your rights. Isn't that the complete opposite of feminism? As a woman, I don't need anybody to fight my battles. I am quite capable of fighting my own battles. I'm quite capable of standing on my own 2 feet and doing it myself. I don't need anybody to protect me. I don't need anybody to fight my battles. I do that. I certainly don't need a man to protect me. As far as I can see it, and there are varying degrees of what a feminist actually is, or feminism. Feminism is a belief on social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. To tell young adolescent boys to protect women goes against feminism. I find that offensive. If somebody had come to my child's school and said some bird called Meghan Markle came and told the boys to protect the women, I would be livid. Not only this, but she told them protect the women in your lives in an inner city school where knife crime is rife. Way to go. What unfortunately has transpired now for International Women's Day is that the focus is on Meghan and the wonderful boy that she brought up on stage. Now, he was the head boy. He did a remarkable speech. He was fantastic. But don't get me started on the hug. I don't know really how I feel about that one. It made me feel a bit icky. He's now all over the internet. He was on Good Morning Britain this morning. But this was about women, not men. This was about International Women's Day. Yet it's all about two people, Meghan Markle and the very intellectually articulate young man that went on the stage. Where are the women at the school? Where are their voices? To tell boys to protect their women goes against equality. How are women meant to be treated as equals if she's telling everybody that women need to be protected? Are you saying that women are the weaker sex? Because that's not something you believe in. And you have been extremely vocal on this issue that women are not the weaker sex. Telling men to protect women is the very foundation of sexism. It's not feminism, it's sexism. And that's something that just is not computing in my brain. How you would quite happily go on stage, take the limelight off everybody else, and then preach something that you have been such an advocate against. If a man had gone on the stage and said that as men we need to protect women, what do you think the reaction would have been? What this evidently was another sly dig at the royal family. That's my belief. She's taking them down hard. And what the past few days has shown me is that the message that they want to portray is that everything is fine, everything is great, we're going to do much better on our own without the restraints of the royal family. I don't think that's very true, because they are screaming, look at me, look at me, look at me on their Instagram feed. And that, to me, doesn't signify power. It signifies weakness in trying to cement a message that you want to convey. Why not just let the truth speak for itself? Unfortunately, that is not what's going to happen as we move forward. It was made evidently clear in their manifesto website that they are going to completely cut out the press that they don't want to include in what the future holds. Everything will be going through very controlled channels with regards to news about Harry and Meghan. Unfortunately, this is propaganda. If you don't allow freedom of press, then the press will ultimately dig around a little deeper and find out all of those skeletons that you don't want to come out. I do sometimes wonder whether or not the press have been gagged on certain stories. I know embargoes happen. What have the press been told not to say? And it will be interesting come the 31st of March, when they are officially no longer working royals, whether or not the press will take aim. Because there does seem to be a massive war at the moment between the press and Meghan Markle. I think they're holding back on something. And I really do hope that when the time comes and anything to do with Harry and Meghan and the message that they want to portray is filtered via their Instagram account, because that's what it's going to be, whether or not the press will say, well, you've blocked us out, so hey-ho, fair game. So I'd like to ask you a question, whether or not by Meghan saying to these young adults at the school that men need to protect the women, was she really standing up for her feminist rights? Or do you think that she didn't actually make the connection about what she was saying, about what she really feels? Because once again, it just shows how much of a hypocrite they really are. I think with Meghan, it's a lot of buzzwords, and she kind of rejuvenates and regenerates all of her speeches each and every time. So it fits the narrative that she wants to portray. So she'll take elements of here, there and everywhere and just kind of siphon it into what she wants to say. There's nothing of real substance there. Please don't get me wrong, I think the young gentleman that is now being praised because he got on stage and what he said is phenomenal. I think and I hope he will go far. He seems to be a very grounded, very articulate young man. But I think the message got lost for International Women's Day. We got bombarded with pictures of Meghan on her Instagram account when it really should have been about influential women that have changed our society today. And also about the future women that are going to change our society. The ones that are up and coming, the ones that we need to find their voices. What do you think about the shenanigans on their Instagram account? Do you think it is just solely about Meghan because that's all she can see? She's trying to portray herself to be this phenomenal international advocate for women's rights, but she's doing exactly the opposite. She's kind of got where she was because the man she married. Now, I don't blame her for trying to utilise the tools to enhance people and build them up, but what she's doing is portraying something that's not real on her Instagram because it's all about her. She should have been shining a light on those that really needed it, those that are four figures, those that have made a difference. Not one single mention about the woman that has given her all of this, our beloved Queen. As always, let me know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.